Hello everybody, Lord Verminard back again in my sleeper demo. Now I played this, I went back and checked. I played this like 7 months ago or something, like back at the beginning of the year. And it was a bit different then. There's been a lot of updates to the demo even in that amount of time. So one thing that's totally different is this garage is different and our starting area is totally different. The last time, it just started in the middle of freaking nowhere. And now it looks like we appear to be in a town or something. And I have money, which I don't know if I had that before or not. You seem to not be able to walk up curbs. Okay. All right, so we've got this car here, which I think is a Chevette, but not the American market Chevette that y'all know about. This is different. I don't know if it's in I remember having a discussion with the developer about that, and I can't remember where this car is actually from, but it's not one that we get in the United States. At least I don't think it is. And so we can duck and we can crouch and we can use the creeper. Okay, and we've got a whole mess of parts here. So we got to try to get this thing put together. So I guess we're gonna do that. Oh boy. Yeah, this is great. Okay, so I would think that putting the suspension together is probably the first thing I should do. So I guess we'll start with the back since that's probably going to be the easiest. Okay, that gives you a little indicator of where the parts go, which is I think it did that before, which is kind of nice. Okay, so now there's tools. Does it tell me what the bolt sizes are or anything? Oh, at 9. Okay, it does. That's very nice. That sounded like a sound from my summer car. Okay, how do I... Oh, there we go. Hey, look at that. You gotta screw the bolt and the nut in. Which I can appreciate. Even though it makes it a lot easier to forget stuff. Okay, can I put this back in the where it belongs? Ah, look at that. Okay. Okay, so now I would assume to put... Wait, that's... drive shaft. Wouldn't there be, we need shocks back here, right? Now, I managed to put this... Alright, here they are. I managed to put this car together in the demo one other time. Really? I don't put this in yet? Okay, maybe I put the diff in now? Oh, there it is. Alright, what are these? 9s? Okay. Okay, so far so good here. I think I got as far as actually getting the car running last time, but then it like, I don't know, it wouldn't work. Something went wrong and I don't remember what. And that was the end of it. Can I put the wrench down? Oh, I can. Okay, that's kind of dangerous actually. All right, we got a track bar back here, which also takes a 9. And that's just a nut. Okay. Nut and bolt there. Excellent. Okay, so now I wonder if it'll let me put the shock in. Yes, it will. And what are these? Those are 8s. Okay. All right, we'll just crawl around on the ground while we do this, because that makes the most sense. All right, let's put this wrench back so I don't lose it. Okay, do I have to worry about food or a drink or anything? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Take this 8 mil and Zip it in there. Sweet. All right. Well, so what this this bolt back here is? That's a 12. Okay. All right. It's like so blatantly a sound from my summer car there. Unless that's just like a built-in Unity sound or something. I don't know. I'm assuming this game was made in Unity. I don't know. All right. Ooh, I can use screwdrivers. Nice. Oh, I got a little light on my workbench. This is beautiful. So rear suspension done then, right? We need to stick the drive shafts in there. And is there, if you're hearing weird sounds, I think there's like dogs or something running around. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Look at this. Okay, it doesn't look like I have to put a U-joint or anything in there. Well, that's weird. That's a very steep drive shaft angle. Of course, the axle is hanging down. How do I get off of this thing? Oh, crap. Oh, God. Oh, you jump. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, the drive shaft. Okay. Got it. And we'll slap this piece in there like so. That looks good. Okay. Well, I'm glad you don't have to mess with the U-joints, man. Those are a nightmare. On some cars, anyway, they are. All right. Okay, so rear suspension done. I guess we can throw some wheels on it. It looks like we have 2 sets of wheels. Why? I'm just going to put these basic ones on there, I guess. Well, there's more wheels kicking around, too. $17. All right. Finally, wheel bolts that make sense. Okay. Like in every game, they're like 12 mils or something. It's like, that's not right. 17 is actually the same size as Volkswagen and Audi. Excellent. Okay, this is great. I don't know what my wrench was doing there, but that's fine. Also, there's crap up here. How do I get up there? Do I just have to jump? Okay. What is all this nonsense? Bonus bolts. Okay. Well, what should I do now? Front suspension, I guess. Okay, so does this car have like a subframe or a cradle or anything? I don't see one. Doesn't look like it. Boy, this thing is a mess, isn't it? Can I paint? Apparently that doesn't work, I guess. Huh. I don't know what I'm doing wrong there. All right, whatever. I guess we'll start with the steering rack, which should go somewhere around here. No, it wants something else in there first, I guess. I really feel like there should be some quarter. Oh, here we go. There's a subframe. Okay, there is one. Why is this a different color than everything else? All right, what do we got? 16 mils there. Okay. I can do that. Let's see. Where do those bolt in? Oh, I see. boink, boink. Guess probably not nuts on there. I don't know if those are like frickin' hyenas, or I don't know what that creature is that's making that sound. It's kind of a little bit disturbing. I think I remember saying that in the last time I played this game. I was like, what in the heck is that? All right, 813's here. Oh, I thought I dropped it. Okay. All right, no nuts to worry about. Great. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I was having some issues with the movement and stuff last time, I think. Seems to be better now. I don't remember exactly what the concern was before, but it's feeling all right now for the most part. It's still, you know, it's not the same as Mombazoo or whatever, but or my summer car. But, you know, it's good to feel like something different. Let's see. Those are 12s. Okay. I love that it tells you the bolt size. That sounds like some kind of dog. And that one sounded close. Like, can I see these critters? Hello? Hyena puppy? Where'd you go? There's a Brazilian flag there. Is that where we are in Brazil? I have no idea. I don't know what Brazil looks like. Never been there. All right. What was I doing? Oh yeah, we got front shocks on there. So let's see. Probably need control arms. Okay, and let's see. We've got 14 mil for that. Okay, so let's grab both of them. Got the lowers. And is it going to let me stick the uppers in now? Also 14s. Okay. Very logical. All right, let's grab well, can I put the knuckles in now? No, I cannot. Okay. That answers that question. All right, let's grab the 14 and get those bolted down. Is there just one? Oh, there you are. That was a tricky one. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, the building aspect of this game is quite well done, I'd say. You know, overall. That's kind of a, you know, a complaint that I've had about Mombazoo, that is like the building is a little bit too simplistic. Okay, we got a 15 and an 18 to do this. All right, so let's zip that in there like that. So I don't have any, I haven't looked at any of the documentation. I mean, I have looked at literally nothing. I was just like, you know what? This game is updated. I'm going to play it. I tried playing it, oh, I don't know when that was. A couple of months ago, maybe 3 or 4 months ago, actually. And there was like, I think it started me in the same place, but it was like almost unplayable. Like, I don't know, all kinds of crap was wrong. But this is right so far working quite well. All right, so we need an 18 for the tie rod. Okay, do I have to set like alignment or anything? Doesn't look like it. All right, there you go. So that would be front suspension. I need to bolt those shocks in too. That would be important. They wouldn't do much if they weren't bolted in on the bottom. There we go. Shock's done. Okay, should we... See, I'm curious. I don't know if it's going to make me do the... Is it going to make me do the engine? I just realized I put two different freaking wheels on this like a dope. Let me fix that. Is it going to make me do the engine and transmission separately, or do I have to put the transmission in first and then put the engine in? Like, it would make sense. It would make sense to, what am I trying to say here? It would make sense to have the transmission attached to the engine before installing. Sorry, I just like burped a little there. I was having trouble getting the words out. Okay. I had just had dinner, so, you know, that happens. So I think when I build the engine, I'm going to stick the transmission on it and then try to put it all in there as a unit. That makes sense. All right, I said unit. Brake cube. Okay, I think that's actually supposed to be the hub. And that's a 16 mil. I remember one of the problems I had with the original version of the demo that I played was the like you couldn't disconnect stuff once you connected it. Like you could unbolt it, but then it wouldn't come off. That's a problem, because I think I screwed up the order of the installing the brake parts. Yeah, because I think I put this on wrong. Yep, and I did it again. Okay, so I gotta take those... I gotta take these things off. Alright, pop that off, and... Oh no, it's happening again. I've done it again. So I got the wheel off. Okay, there we go. It's working now. You gotta drop the wrench. Okay. Everything is fine. These are 13s. Okay. It is getting dark. That was another problem in the other version of the demo, was when it got dark, you couldn't see anything and you couldn't work on the car. And you were just screwed. Now I think we have, yes, we have lights now. Beautiful. And there's bugs. Yeah, that's something I am used to. Okay, I think it was a 13 here. And no nuts on the back side. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Now we can stick these... I said we can stick... There we go. Stick these bad boys on there. Excellent. Okay. Do I have to, how do I load the brakes on this? I just jam them in there. Perfect. Okay. Right caliper. Probably ought to put the rotors on first. Maybe. Come on. Ah, for crying out loud. All right. Okay, left caliber. Go here. Rotors. Boy, I'm glad that, as far as I know, there hasn't been a game that makes you assemble brake drums yet. And I am very glad of that. Man, I absolutely hate working on brake drums. I haven't had a car with brake drums in a really long time. So, you know, my skills are different. Well, not counting my scooter, motorcycles and stuff. That's completely different. Those are way easier. But yeah, the last car I had with drums was my Jeep. And of course the drums are crap on those and required complete total teardown like once a year. Especially if you did any off-roading. They did not like to be taken off-road, which is kind of unusual for a off-road vehicle. Thought I saw 3 bolts there, which doesn't make sense, but it looks like there's only 2. Yep, that one and that one. Okay. Here, I'll just do it this way. That's more better. All right, do I gotta connect the brake line? Doesn't look like it. Okay, it did that for me. But yeah, I think I've talked about this before, but like brake drums are weird because it's like they're supposed to be like cheaper, like a cheaper alternative to rotors. But there's like 7,000 parts in a brake drum versus in a caliper that's got like 3. So it's like, I could never really understand why drums were cheaper when there's like more materials, like they weigh more. It's just like, they're just more complicated. And then you got to have a different master cylinder for drums, and you got to have, sometimes you have to have extra proportioning valves, and it's just a whole thing. Boy, those little bolts were hard to miss right there. Or easy to miss. Do we got any under here? Doesn't look like it. All right, this is good. This is real good. Are we ready for front wheels, I guess? I think so. Boink. And boink. Okay, and those are 17-inch wheel bolts, or 17 mil wheel bolts. Boy, it's nice being able to like work through the night. There we go. And my dude's just flapping his wrench around. Okay. Easy with that thing, buddy. Okay, so do I actually have a house? Is there any place for me to sleep or anything, or is this it? This is what I own. Boy, his jump height is not very good, is it? It seems to be different every time. What is up with that? Oh, look at that. Is that like a little rooftop patio thing? Okay, I don't want to get lost here because there is a map. Which I thought was M. That is... Oh, here's the map. And absolutely nothing is marked, so... Is this where my car is, or is this where my car is? I don't know. Okay. Any road. I guess we should probably do the engine now. I don't suppose there's an engine stand someplace, is there? We need light. Okay, yeah, we're gonna assemble this bad boy on the bench like an adult. Okay, we gotta put the valves and stuff in here. How do is there a way to like rotate this, or I guess I'm just not gonna worry about it. All right, I can't put valve springs in yet. Doesn't look like I can put the valves in yet. Okay, we got spark plugs. This little tray is cool, but it's not really helping me very much here. Okay, there's rocker arms. Okay, I would imagine that you could put the valves in now. Is it too far away? Is that the problem? Huh. Curious. Okay, let's let me put in the lifter, so I guess we'll do that first. Okay, what is this, an exhaust valve? Okay, let's put that there. That one there. Okay, all right, another exhaust valve. Okay. Valve spring. Okay, let's just get all those out and put them in a pile. Spark plug. Yep, that'll go over there. Sprangs. Rocker arms. Where did I put that other rocker arm? Right there. That's a rear spring for the... Oh, I didn't put the rear springs in the suspension. Whoops. That might be important. Okay, let's remember to do that before we try to drive the car. I'm sure that it'd be fine. Okay. This is a kind of an interesting cylinder head design. Single overhead cam, it looks like, but it's but it has rockers and rockers and uh-oh. Yeah, the valves aren't in line like a Volkswagen. Okay, that's all of the rockers, or all of the lifters. So is it gonna let me put the valves in now? No. Okay. What do you want next, game? Okay, not those. Valve springs? It does not want valve springs either. Okay, so if I can't put in the valves... Why can't I put in the valves? That'd be like probably the first thing that I would put in if I was doing this. Oh crap. We're leaning way in. Okay. Yep, I'm confused. I cannot put in spark plugs. Like, it wouldn't make any sense at all to put the camshaft cage on there yet. Because that would block everything. And the camshaft goes inside the camshaft cage. And as far as I know, you can't, like, rotate things. Like, I wonder if it's not letting me put it in because they're not, like, because it's not upside down? Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of dumb. Isn't there a way to like rotate stuff? Yeah, this is a interesting cylinder head design for sure. No, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything about this car that's in this game. The developer said it's a Chevette, but it's not the same. It's not the Chevette that I know. The Chevette that I know, built by Chevy and also Pontiac had the T1000. Was I think actually built by Isuzu. And it had a single overhead cam engine in it, but it didn't quite look like this exactly. So I don't know if this is also an Isuzu built car or if it's something completely different. I don't know. Okay, what is this part that's in here? Okay, that's a rocker. All right, I should be able to stick those on now. All right, we're getting this. We're figuring it out. We just had to flip it over. Yeah, the Volkswagen 8 valve has all the valves are in line and they're directly actuated by the camshaft. Really, that doesn't go on yet? I do not see screws to tighten. But why won't it let me put that on? There's no way it would make me put the spark plugs on first. All right, let's turn it around the other way. Maybe it's backwards? Nope. Can I pop the camshaft out? All right. That wouldn't make any sense because I wouldn't be able to get the... camshaft in there. Oh, for God's sakes, why won't it let me install this? Is there a bolt? Aha! There's an 8mm bolt there. Just those two? Son of a bitch. Yeah, just 2 8s. Like, what else? What else is there? Like, it wouldn't make any sense at all to have to install the spark plugs before putting on the camshaft. Do I have to tighten those in with anything, or they just magically work? Yeah, I don't know. It's not letting me install that. Is there another piece that I'm missing? Timing belt, alternator. It's all this garbage over here. This is all the crank. Spark plug cables. Great. Oil pan. Camshaft cage cover. That would not make sense to have to put that on first. Right? $13mm. Yeah, 'cause how on earth would you get this bolted down? Come on. Yeah, I didn't think so. It won't let me do it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Should I take the camshaft out again? Well, like I said, there's no way to get that in there. Is there... Like, normally the rocker arms would have some sort of hold down or something. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss here. All right, so what if I take the camshaft out again? I know that doesn't make any sense, but yeah, it's not working. Does it want me to put on a like a pulley or something? Where's the timing set was over here, but that's like the whole... That's just the timing belt. Where's the pulley? Water pump, pulley, starter, crankshaft, carburetor, crank pulley, cam pulley. Here we go. Do I need this first? That would be completely silly. Keep losing my wrench. Oh, Okay, well, it wants me to install that. That's a 14 mil. There it is. Still no. Now I can't even pick this up. Okay. Yeah, so this shows it like not having the camshaft in it. But it's not letting me flip it and install it. I don't understand. Hang on one second. I mean, there's literally nothing about this game out there anyway, but I'm going to look anyways just to see if I'm missing something obvious. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I didn't really find anything. So I guess what I'll try to do is build the engine block next. And then maybe it'll work after that. I don't know. I'm really glad that it's letting me put these springs in without having to tear the entire suspension apart. That would have sucked really bad. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay. Oh my God, could you just go in there, please? Uh-oh. I've pissed it off now. It won't do it. There we go. Okay. Okay, so let's... Do I have time to do that right now? Yeah, let me at least try to get the block thrown together real quick. And what I can't figure out is how do you rotate crap? There's got to be a way to do it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you have to click and then hold the mouse button, then you can rotate it. But if you've already picked it up, then you have to put it down before you can do that. Right. Okay, anyways, crank. Plop. There we go. And these are 10 mils. Those are pretty small main bolts, I will say. Ah, crap. Pistons. Let me guess. I gotta put them in the other way. I mean, that's normally kind of how you would do it, but... Alright. Hey, daylight. Far out. Dude, why can't... Okay. Ah, hell. Okay, pick it up, rotate it this way, drop it down, take the stupid piston. Okay, there we go. You got it, buddy. I can't imagine trying to build an engine like this without an engine stand. I want to know how to make the paint work. Oh! What did I hit there? I hit F by accident. And that's the key that you hit to paint stuff. Well, what do you know about that? Okay. Is there a way, am I doing something wrong to, if I'm already holding something, how do I, like, I feel like there's got to be a way to manipulate it so that it doesn't, so that you don't drop it. You know what I mean? Like when I have it set like that, is there any way to... See, now I'm not holding the button down. Ah, this is very weird. I don't know. All right, I'm not gonna worry about it right now. All right, let's see here. Fuel pump, distributor, oil pump. That's important. Okay. Probably wouldn't get far without that. What is that, a 10 mil? Okay, just two. Now, is there a pickup tube? I think I remember there being one. Yes, there is. Okay. Also, a very important part. That's an 8 mil. I would imagine you'd use lots of Loctite there. And two 10 mils. Oh, I didn't bolt the pistons in. Oopsie. You can tell I'm trying to do this fast. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. Where's the Earl pan? Is this it right here? Yep. These are 9s. Fantastic. All right. Looks like the drain plug is loose. So let's take care of that. Looky there. It's kind of a weird looking engine block, but you know. All right. Let's grab this head gasket. Slap that on. Now let's slap this head on. Smashing. Okay, 13. Again, those are pretty small head bolts. There we go. Yeah, that makes sense because the camshaft cage covers up the head bolts. Yes. Okay, that totally makes sense. All right. Yeah, I haven't like I said, I haven't had much experience working on cars that have a camshaft cage like that. So for V-dubs, they're just, you just slap the cam right on there. They're directly actuated. All right, and the crank pulley's already on there, or the cam pulley's already on. Okay, so that's the clutch end of things. This is the Timonen end of things here. All right, we should probably put these covers on. Those were 13s, I think, weren't they? Excellent. Yeah, it's a funny looking little engine. Interesting. All right, let's see. It's the clutch end. All right, so we probably ought to figure out where this stuff goes. All right, the distributor goes right there. And that's a 9 mil, it holds that on. Or is it? Oh my god. Okay, like no matter which way you face in this game, you're facing the wrong way. Okay, it's a 10 mil that holds that on. It looks like it goes the wrong way. That's fine. Okay, yeah, that's why there's that box right there, is the distributor is driven off of a big gear on the front of the crankshaft. Totally makes sense. All right, stupid ass mechanical fuel pump probably goes on the side somewhere. Yep. Here. 11 mil for that. Okay. Looking like an engine. All right, oil filter. I would imagine you'd buy a new one, but it's the break-in. It's fine. Okay, we got a crank pulley. Now, I don't know if this goes... Yeah, it looks like it goes on there now. Okay. Now, does the timing belt... No, it does not. Okay. I was going to say, does the timing belt run anything else? But it doesn't look like it. That is weird. Yeah, that's totally weird. The timing belt doesn't run the water pump? I think that was it. All right, yeah, we're going to end this episode here pretty quick, but I at least want to get the engine put together. Yeah, what a goofy engine, man. You could just make the timing, you could make the water pump just a little bit smaller and run it off the timing belt. That's totally bizarre. I get used to German engineering doing things a certain way, and I just assume that all manufacturers do it that way. And I'm always disappointed when they don't. Okay, yeah, that looks great. All right, well there we go. We got an engine. We need a carburetor, we need the intake manifold on there. Well, that looks like a heinous mess. And of course there's 10,000 bolts that hold it on. All right, I think we got them all. And a stupid carburetor. It kind of looks like a single throat Solex or something. Yeah. I don't want any part of that business. No thanks. All right, and we may as well slap the exhaust manifold on there. At least this is a crossflow head. I do appreciate that. That's one thing I really don't like about older Volkswagen 8 valves. They were counterflow, man. They were an absolute bear to work on if you had to get behind them for anything. All right, well, looky there. We got ourselves an engine. So I think what I'll do next episode, if you guys want me to play this some more, get the car started or whatever, I will absolutely do that for you guys. We'll slap the flywheel and stuff on, and then we'll slap the transmission in it. And then a few bits and bobs, and they'll be ready to go. So I'm kind of excited because like I said, you know, last time I never really got a chance to drive the car because I couldn't get it to work. But look at all this crap here. There's stuff in the... It's like the town has things. Even if none of the stuff works yet, there's stuff here. Which is kind of cool. So I don't know what kind of stuff there is to find here. You know, is there like races and stuff, or like, you know, different events, or I don't know. Like, you know, the town looks pretty dead because there's no... What was that? I was about to say there's like no signs of life anywhere, but I just heard something. I don't know what it was. Yeah, the roads look like they're kind of interesting too. Is that a church over there? Ah, graphic glitches. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I don't have any idea what there is to do, but I'll play it again, get this car built, and we can explore a little bit. Sounds like fun. So anyways, thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my sleeper. This is still a demo right now. It's still free, so you can go on Steam and grab the demo right now if you want to fiddle around with it yourself. I've heard that there's people have had some issues with like the game will just load into a black screen and won't do anything. Haven't had that issue, obviously, so I don't know. Your results may vary. It did take a few minutes for it to load on a black screen, but it was doing something, like it was literally, you know, it was loading stuff. So I don't know, but check it out if you're interested. You guys want me to build a car, let me know. I'll do that. And yeah, you know, do all the usual YouTube stuff, like and subscribe and whatnot. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye. Jesus. And don't get eaten by these hyena dog things or whatever the hell they are. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea. I don't know what they are. All right. Take care, everybody.